I am so glad you are here. I'm Liz. It is Divine Saturday in my world. So let's talk about Oracle and Tarot card readings and how to lay out the cards for yourself. There are so many ways to do this. There are entire books on the subject. This is one on tarot spreads by Barbara Moore, and it's a very handy book. I would recommend it if you are familiar and comfortable with your cards and want to venture out into different types of spreads. But I'm also going to encourage another thing. I'm going to encourage you to do what Barbara Moore herself did. Make up your spreads. I am sure if you own a tarot deck, perhaps if you own an oracle deck, you're familiar with the Celtic Cross. It's probably the most ubiquitous tarot spread out there, and it works just fine. It's a lovely place to start any reading, unless you've got something specific in mind and a better layout for the specific kind of question. That said, maybe you would like to design some readings based on a sacred shape to answer particular questions. Certainly in my practice, I've had to answer questions like, ooh, is this person ready for this next opportunity for growth or not? Whether that's spiritual growth, workplace growth, and I can construct a spread for that utilizes sacred geometry. That's a great way to pattern a reading. But you could also, and I've done this as well, and I think this is very handy, if you've ever been to one of those kind of goofy corporate little exercise days, we're going to spend this lunch hour doing this. We're going to divide the room. You're this kind of worker and you're that kind of worker. You can take the exact same questions you had to ask yourself during those silly little exercises and put them in a tarot spread about your situation. I think it works brilliantly. So have fun with it. I will also, for weird tarot spreads, at the end of any reading, I might just lay out a row of cards. I'll even do it on top of what I've already done, where my intent is to say the next month, the month after that, for however many months I want to see time going by. Is it 3 months, 6 months, even 12 occasionally I've done, where we want to see what's likely to happen and where a pitfall is likely to show up. I find that super useful, because if it's all the first few months, okay, you're working on things, that's fine. But month 3 or 4, you suddenly see something that's not quite as easy to make a positive out of, maybe a little 3 of Swords or something. This is where you're going to be tempted, or someone's going to come in on the scene and disrupt things. This is where one of the pitfalls in the general reading is likely to show up. I love being forewarned and being a little more heightened in my ability to kind of survey the situation during that particular month. And I have found that to be invaluable over time. So when you are going to do a layout and you've done your Celtic Cross 40 billion times and you're ready to move beyond it, you can absolutely get yourself a resource where someone's already thought about it. But I also think you should give yourself permission to reach into your own creative mind and come up with a layout that works for your specific situation and your specific question. Never be afraid to try and see what happens. If you don't like the reading, if it doesn't turn out well for you, you can always revert back to some other layout that someone else has thought of. Will it work perfectly the very first time? Maybe. I don't know. But it might still be a layout that you will return to again and again and again. Maybe you do a relationship reading where you lay the cards out in a heart shape. You can see 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10 cards. That would be lovely. Now, what do each of them mean? You have to figure that out. This is where the relationship is. This is what each of the two people think about it. This is what outside influencers in the situation think about it. This is how you each respond to those social pressures. This is how the two of you work together best. And this is the likely outcome of your relationship going forward. Perfectly valid reading. Where did I get that from? I don't plan these little talks, so I made it up right now. You can too. Give yourself permission and give yourself the freedom to do it. And you may find that you get more out of your tarot or oracle deck each and every time you allow that level of intuition to affect your reading, just as you allow intuition to affect your interpretation of those cards. Have an amazing week. And thank you so much for being your fabulous and wonderful you. And of course, we love the little things you get to do for us here, affecting the algorithm. I know you know what they are. Blessed be.